for being here today for the Be Outstanding Marketing Seminar. This is our very first marketing seminar that we've done. We usually do business networking events. So I'm very excited that you all showed up. We've got some great content for you. We have several different speakers, and the first one that we have is going to be Larry Ingram. He is the CEO of SEOcast, and he's going to be speaking about building a better brand. Thank you.
I love it. That's awesome. That's part of what we're going to talk about, because having enthusiasm is really important. Building a better brand. Let's see here. I want to give you a little bit of background because I kind of feel like I need to qualify myself why I have any right being here telling you people about a brand. I have a BA in communications. My real passion was to be in journalism. I wanted to be a writer. That's what I wanted to do. I ended up in the office furniture industry, and I got into doing marketing materials and all of this stuff. You have to understand that this is right when the internet is kind of just starting to get started. So I was really delving in with graphic design and web design and that kind of thing. I got into a little bit of video production because what I was doing, we had manufacturers that we represented that we were trying to market their brands and move their brands forward and help them to do that. Later on, I moved to a content marketing company where the internet now is starting to take off. That's about 2000. It's really starting to move. We're building lots of websites. We're doing ghostwriting, which is we're writing articles for other companies to kind of promote their business and do it because, you know, might as well offshoot that work and give it to us. So that's a lot of what we did. I moved to Florida in 2008 and decided just to really kind of do all that stuff myself. Built a lot of websites, worked with a lot of different companies, building their brands, moving their agenda forward with marketing materials and that kind of thing. And then I got kind of involved with the lady who was doing what I'm doing now. She has a network of screens that she puts into restaurants, into fitness centers, different types of public places where she sells advertising on those screens. And as I went through it, I was kind of figuring, well, you know what? I can do what she's doing. I think I can do it better. And that was kind of where all this got started for me and my realization that I needed to build my product brand. Okay, so I'm not in an environment that I actually compete with her, but I knew if I was going to make it successful, it had to be a really strong brand. So, of course, I jump off and do some of my own research, and I ended up with this guy. Anybody familiar with the show Mad Men? It was done after this guy, okay? That's kind of what the show was formulated after. And he is an advertising guru, and he says that brand is the intangible sum of a product's attributes. Just say it to yourself and let it sink in for a second, because we're going to come back to intangible sum, and that's what we're going to talk about primarily today. He also says that you have to decide what image you want for your brand. The image means personality. Products, like people, have personalities, and they can make or break them in the marketplace. So wait a second. We're talking about an intangible sum that has a personality. That's what our business is, okay? That intangible sum is the personality of our products. What's the personality of that product? Okay, but think about it. That's the personality. Here's one I really love, okay? Is that the personality of this product or is it not? It is. Now, this is one that I know many of you here may not agree with, but I'll tell you this. 80% of the world is not in LinkedIn like they are Facebook. And 80% of those people who are in LinkedIn don't have any idea why they're in there, what reason they're using LinkedIn for. So this, to most people, is how they see it. That may not be how we see it, but that's how they see it. And that's what's important. This is a good one. Louis Vuitton. Anybody got any Louis Vuitton? I mean, every time you see one, this is what comes out of your mouth. I love this. Everybody agrees. This is one that I actually came up with myself recently after Another one of our hurricane situations. I have a buddy who's up in Myrtle Beach, actually, and he's like, oh my God, people are going insane, you know, and he's done it many times, just like we've done it many times. I hate to say I know this is true. This is a good one. This is pretty important. Now, a lot of people don't remember Yellow Pages like we do, but I'll tell you what, that's exactly it. That's the image that they had. Oh my gosh. You know, if the bed wasn't even, you'd figure out how many pages you could get under it to even it out, right? I always pick on Apple, but nothing could be more true than this. And then this one, it doesn't even have a name with it, it just has a symbol. And everybody knows what it is, don't it? Okay? What is it supposed to say? Just do it. Just do it. This is where it's going to get fun. Nike started in '64 selling Japanese athletic footwear, and they were selling shoes out of the back of their car at sporting events, track meets, stuff like that. Just high school, college kids, what they were, trying to sell the stuff. In '66, they opened their first retail store, expanded to the West Coast in '67. In '74, 10 years after they started their company, they finally had their first patent for their own product. And then by 1980, they had 50% market share. Wow. But they did that with a really cool brand campaign. Does anybody remember what the first brand campaign was for Nike? No? In '76. Read that. There were no products in the advertisements, none. And to this day, you seldom see products. You see sports figures wearing some product, but what they're really wearing is a logo. They're wearing a brand. That's what they're wearing. Then, 1980, they went public. '88, they introduced Just Do It. And it's a $30 billion worldwide company. Incredible. Just because of what they did with their brand. Okay? And I think every one of you, if you're not right now, you're sitting around thinking, I can think of companies that I don't even know what they do. I mean, we get to the point where, what does Nike really do? A lot of people they make shoes, right? So what did they sell? This is what they sold. This is what they were selling. They're selling a feeling, a perception. They're selling an emotion, a comfort, a reward, okay? That's what they're trying to sell. They didn't get on there and say, we got the coolest shoes or the best hats or neat shirts. They never did it, never. Never did it. They don't do it to this day. They sell this, a feeling. How does it make you feel? How your customers feel when you get done doing the job that you do? How do you make your customers feel? That fits with you perfect, right? That's what you're after. I can't help but stop right here and go into a little bit of the brand logo, okay? This isn't really the topic that we want to be on, but I want to kind of give you some best practices. For instance, we recognize these pretty quickly, being Apple and Twitter. Honestly, the star, that's mine. That's the one I chose to use. A couple of things that you want to do. You always want to have a clean, clear image in the logo design you create, okay? And I say stay inside the lines because now, if all of you just pull out your phone, look at your phone, you got 100 little dots on it, and those little dots are icons that belong to different companies that make you or ask you to have their app. Okay, and most of them you recognize, like an Apple or Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever it might be, you recognize it quickly and you can go to it, okay? So if it's kind of a messy look and it's got lots of little lines in it and you got letters or words that you're trying to put into it, it's not going to translate. They're not going to see it. You need to be big and bold. You need to come up with a symbol that represents who you are and what you are. And water drops, that's a good symbol. Okay? It's just those little things that you can associate with who you are and what you do. And then you build your brand into that. Okay, clear text if you ever use it. Choosing the right color. I love getting off on color because a lot of people think my favorite color is green, or I like to use purple, whatever it might be, okay? Color matters a lot. Red is power. Green, always associated with things that are financial. Okay? Blue is the single most popular color you will find in any advertisement, in any logo, in anything. In my business, it's blue because a lot of media is blue. In fact, I was going to call my company Blue Star Media. That's what I was thinking of. I thought, man, that's kind of where I want to go with it. Well, it was already taken, actually. So anyway, when you pick color, be conscientious of color that represents what you do and where you're at and you're doing business, okay? It really does mean something. When you do it, only pick 2 colors, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6 colors in a logo design, bad idea, okay? And the best thing I can tell you always is be creative and just kind of keep it simple, you know? What could be more simple than an apple or a bird, you know? It's just simple, and that's what people are after. They want the quick recognition. I'm still not sure what the Nike symbol is exactly, but somebody will probably tell me. So then we talk about taglines, and what goes along with that symbol, what we're trying to do is get that intangible sum. We're trying to identify what is the intangible sum. So everybody knows this is Nike, correct? Who's this? McDonald's. Everybody knows this one. Capital One. Okay. Where's that? It's Disneyland, of course. If you didn't know any of these, I guarantee you the next one, you can all say it in unison. Except for the pizza, not one of them says anything about their product, who they are, or what they do. Not one of them. Just do it. Do what? I probably ain't going to do it. That's just me. I'm loving it. I'm not sure what I'm loving, but let's go for it. The better ingredients, better pizza, that's fantastic, okay? It does have pizza in there, but when we get pizza, what makes it good pizza is it's fresh, and we like that, and that's a great tagline for them. What's in your wallet? That might not be any of your business. The happiest place on earth, let me tell you, there ain't nobody that doesn't want to go there. Everybody wants to go there. And finger licking good. You cannot separate that from Kentucky Fried Chicken. You ever had a candy bar melt in your hands? That's finger licking good. Anybody like Cheetos? I love Cheetos. Okay, those are finger licking good, man. But no, you will never forget Kentucky Fried Chicken when you see that. So this is what we're after, this intangible sum. It conjures something up in our mind that belongs to us, or in their case, belongs to them, right? The intangible sum is the personality of our products. So we sit here today with our best and brightest, driven by a clear mandate to grow our business. And we currently know diddly squat about our consumers. You got to know who your audience is, otherwise you'll never be able to get started on building a brand of any kind. Okay? It's the intangible sum once again, the feeling, the perception, the comfort, the reward, the benefit. And I'm going to tell you how to get there. This is it. This is it right here. This is how you get there. Know the product. Know yourself. Watch yourself, how you interact with things. When you watch television, when you see a billboard on the street, when something catches your attention, think about how you made that connection and think about the connections your customers are making. That's the experience. And if you can capture their experience, then you're definitely going to be able to capture them much more quickly and easily. And you may not even have to say a word about what you do. You're capturing the feeling. That's what they want. Okay? I'm going to tell you my journey real quick. My company, as I said, we do indoor digital billboards. That's basically what we do, okay? When I started the company, this made a whole lot of sense to me. We're very driven into the community. It's about being local. So community was important to me. I wanted people to know that. Okay? We support the Riley Arts Center. We support Ocala Main Street. These are things that we're trying to pump community information. We have weather, the date, the time, that kind of thing. And my advertising clients are local business. It's not McDonald's, and it's not going to, big manufacturers and big names to bring in. It's about supporting the little guys. So I thought all that made sense. And the whole network thing, hey, I know I can't do it with one screen. I got to have a bunch. So I have a network. But people would ask me, what do you mean? And so I would say, well, we do indoor billboards. Okay? So about 6 months ago, we started translating our methodology into this. We're indoor video billboards. That's descriptive. Does the job. People understand what billboards are. They're indoor, we get it. And I say video because everything we do is motion. It's not static graphics kind of thing, okay? It's exciting and it should be entertaining is what I'm after. But it needed something more. We are, at CEOcast, engaging your customers. And I mean, I'm engaging yours and yours and yours and yours. I'm engaging your customers. That's what I do. And that is my descriptive tagline. That was my journey up to this point of how I'm moving my brand forward. Because my brand is trying to help all those people in my community to get something that's affordable to move their agenda forward. Make sense? So, when I was growing up, all we ever would talk about is features and benefits. Here's the feature, okay? It's got dual exhaust on it. What's the benefit of that? Okay? You got power windows. What's the benefit of that? Okay? And that's how we would position products. Features, benefits. Features, benefits, okay? Just do the benefits. The features are important, and then people will want to talk to you about what are the features of your product. What does it do? Where is it manufactured? They want to know these things, but don't try and sell them that. Sell them the benefits. That's what they're after. Tastes great, less filling. Who's that? You know that one? Okay? That's a benefit. It's a simple little tagline, but think of the benefit. You'll have to do your own shopping for office supplies? You do that? Ain't it fun just to go in and get them and get done? Does anybody know who this is? That's a great benefit. I love that tagline. Come on, ladies should know it. L'Oreal. They used that for 30 years. It's been around a long time. Good to the last drop. I know people got to know what this one is. Now that's a benefit, okay? It's when you're getting your coffee, it's good as good, ain't it? Right? We'll pick you up. Damn, that's a great benefit. I love that one. This right here is an example of a fantastic tagline that captures that feeling and that emotion that women are looking for, if you know what Ulta is. However, it's about 6 to 7 words too long. So they need to find a way to capture that feeling, and they're on the right track. This is really good. I love it. But it's just too big. They got to break it down into something smaller, and I think they probably could. So, now we want to know, what is our brand purpose? And all of us kind of have to figure out for ourselves and our businesses, what is the purpose in our brand? I want to know how many people here shop at Publix. Okay, keep your hands up for a second. Oh, look at that. See, just about everybody goes. Now, I want to know, is there anybody here who exclusively shops at Publix? That's the only place you'll go. Yeah. Why is that? Is it just close to the house?
No, the quality, and it is convenient, but I just trust their product.
Would it be because this is true? I have a lot of interesting stories about Publix. I don't go there exclusively, I'll admit that. But they have a culture within their company that you don't find it anywhere else. I mean, you're not going to bump into it very often, okay? And their culture is they take care of everything you need, okay? You go in there and you ask them, I'm looking for minced onion with, chives in it. Oh yeah, that's over on aisle 64, and they walk you down there. Okay, they don't go, yeah, it's over there by the tomatoes and, on the second shelf, kind of halfway down. They don't do that. They walk you down there. I don't get insulted. At first I started to, but they always ask you if they can help you take the groceries to the car. They don't know if I have a bad leg or whatever. I don't need to take it as I'm old. But what I'm trying to drive home is that that culture is what they really have to sell. The prices are not the best. Okay, it's an expensive place to go sometimes. You shop deals, we all get deals, we make that work. But the truth is, it's not well priced. It's clean, it's very well cared for, and those people, I'm telling you, they would deliver a baby on the floor. I'm telling you, they do it.
Somebody, friend of mine, asked somebody there about kosher food. They didn't have much. That was about 2 months ago. She walked into the store last week. An entire setup of kosher food was there. He asked if you get in public.
My wife was in there, and this is my favorite story to it, and I don't mean to linger on it, but she was in there, and Dominicans have large families, so she's having all of her brothers and sisters and their family coming to our house, and she goes into public because she likes the rotisserie chickens they make. They're great, okay? Makes life easy. So she's trying to pick up like 4 chickens. Well, they only had 2, okay? And the lady says, can I help you? How can I help you? And she says, well, I've got all my family coming. You only have 2. I need 4. And she says, what's your address? They delivered them, okay? It's just the culture, okay? They've instilled that in there. And you can do that with your company. You can instill within your company these things that are feelings, that are the emotions. Nike's selling an emblem. They're not, that's what they're, and that end, all of it is what we're after. So what is the brand all about? That's it. And that's why I bring up Publix. It's about the customer experience. Understand the customer, know what it is that you're trying to help them understand about you. Okay? I'm going to share this because we've gone through all of this. We're talking about all these things are short and sweet. And in my business, when I do advertising, our rule on our system is 15-second spots. Okay? Because anything that's longer than 15 seconds, it's not going to get the attention. Okay? People are going to lose it. Okay? And inevitably, always, everybody wants to use 500 words in their ads in 15 seconds. It's like you can't do that. You have to create a brand for yourself. You have to decide what the personality is of your products and your services, and that's what you sell. Get people thinking about it, talking about it, and make connections with them that way. Because if you're going to try and tell them all the great things that it has, you lost them. You lost them right away. They're gone. They're not going to read, okay? That's one thing I can tell you for sure. People don't read. So, overall, when you're building your brand, that's a fantastic way to move your whole project forward, okay? Thinking about that intangible sum. Find it and deploy it. But that's never going to pay off any more than hard work's going to pay off for you. Stay at it, do a good job. Thank you, guys.